Okay, we're getting the Superman sequel, but we might have just found out when this Super Family team-up movie might happen as well. Clearly, it's going to involve Superman, but it also might involve Lex. Hear me out. James Gunn has gone on record saying that Superman will have at least 4 solo movies. Today, he took to Instagram to let everybody know that we are getting the Superman sequel, Man of Tomorrow, releasing July 9th, 2027. We also know that we're getting this in June of 2026. James Gunn has also gone on record talking about how there is another kind of sequel opportunity, the next installment of this super saga that heavily involves Superman. He did say that that movie he was talking about isn't a direct sequel to Superman. Well, unless those plans have changed and he's now talking about Man of Tomorrow, I still think we will get the Super Family team up, and I think the Superman sequel will lead directly into that. Now, here's why. Now, there has been some storyboard concept art of Supergirl, Superman, and Krypto floating around recently, but guys, who is that? That's pretty clear it's Braniac. Now, I'm seeing a lot of people talk about how this is going to be like a buddy cop movie. Potentially, Braniac will be, the main villain of Man of Tomorrow. I don't think that's the case. I think we will get Lex breaking out of Belle Reve, being the main antagonist of this movie once again. But this time, he's hands-on with Superman. He wants to fight him himself, obviously building his mech suit. But I think this buddy cop idea might play out. And I think after the Supergirl movie, we're going to get Supergirl back on Earth, where they eventually team up to take on someone like Braniac. Obviously, Braniac is like, his superpower is like supreme intelligence, right? Maybe Superman can't take on him himself or even with Supergirl and Krypto, so he has to recruit one of the greatest minds he knows. And for a brief moment, these two work together. Now, I'm stretching, but we know we are getting like a super saga, and we know James Gunn has explicitly talked about how there is another like installment of the super saga that isn't a direct sequel to Superman, and obviously isn't a direct sequel to Supergirl, but he is super involved, and it's not World's Finest. I think it's pretty clear we're going to get something like this where they take on a Braniac, and I think it makes sense because he is a huge villain, and to have him be the villain of kind of like the first team-up movie in the DCU, I think is a great idea. I'm just excited to see these two face off again in Man of Tomorrow. Tell me what you think.